back to y'all, man, what it is. I hope everybody's enjoying this weekend. Y'all, I had, say for sale, sure did. I had to take a look at that, some property back there. But anyway, yeah, I had, what do you call it, guys? That property threw me off, man. I had to really take a look at that when I come back. I made some footage for y'all, and I ended up having to delete the footage because the audio wasn't right, and it was really a good video. I was talking about cloud trucks and leasing to cloud trucks and some other stuff. So today we are on the way to the truck. It's Sunday, and I gotta go in here and I'm losing prime. Now this was after I had that injector issue, and I remember I told you guys I found out that it was just one of the wiring screws on the injector that was loose. So luckily I did not have to replace the injector. But after I opened everything up and I put a new pass-through seal on one of the injectors, I was trying to replace the other pass-through seals, and somewhere in the midst of that, I'm losing prime on the truck. So when the truck sits overnight, I come back, it doesn't want to start. I got to pretty much almost give it a shot of ether to get it going. So I am either having I think an injector seal problem, and when I say seal, I don't mean the pass-through seals, guys. There's actually O-rings on the injectors themselves where the fuel lines connect. So I picked up some new seals, and I also picked up a new line because I'm not sure if it's one of the lines or not, but I'm gonna have to take that cover back off, and then we're gonna get into it. So I just kind of wanted you guys to give you guys a heads up on what this video is going to be about. And also I'll be able to show you guys the screws I was talking about that were loose on number 4 injector, because I got to pull the covers and stuff back off. So while we're in there, we'll take a picture of that. And other than that, I ain't really got nothing to complain about, man. You know, everything's going good, y'all. I literally just purchased some new land, so I'm going to be moving hopefully in a couple months. I've been going back and forth to the property, just tinkering around, trying to get it cleaned up. It's probably about an hour away from where I parked the truck at, so I'll be commuting, but ain't no big deal for me. So I'm kind of excited about that, and I'm just, trying to make some moves, y'all. Keep making moves. That's what it's about. All right, enough about that. The next clip will be me breaking the truck down. All right, y'all, so real quick, I want to show y'all what the lines and stuff look like. So these are the lines. That's how they come. And I think I got in here the little seals. I got 3 of these. Now they all individual. You know, these 3 little O-rings, not even as big enough to fit around my pinky tip. It cost me $25 for these little O-rings, man. I'm in the wrong business, man. And the line was about $90 from the dealer. So I went to Tom Neal and got this. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what we up against. So I'm going to use this 3/4 to get my lines loose, and let's go for it. I'm at the truck, so here we go. So we can remove the air cleaner, and then we're gonna get the zipping in. I need to get this done as quick as possible because down here the temperature is supposed to drop tonight, and then the rest of the week is going to be very cold. So I don't want to be doing this in the cold. Got the air cleaner out the way, and we're gonna go ahead and take off this bracket, these bolts here, and that back bracket. I'm gonna take that bolt off. I'm gonna take that bolt off for the lines, y'all. So immediately, I didn't get the kitchen on video, but this is number 5, fuel started leaking out of here as soon as I cracked this. But when I cracked this one, no fuel came out, and this is the last seal that I did, which is number 4. So I'm guessing my problem is probably going to end up being in number 4, but we can't see inside of there. This is why all this stuff up top got to come off. But it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna put the new line on number 4, and I'm also going to put the injector seal on the inside on number 4, and I'm gonna do one on number 5. So hopefully that'll rectify that problem. But that immediately I known that, so that let me know that this line is not holding pressure. So that's an easy way to tell where your problem is, because if everything's sealed up, when you crack these, fuel should leak out. So since I didn't get any fuel out of this, I'm going to assume either this line wasn't on all the way, or the seal was probably bad. All right, on to the next part. I don't think I got my power down. Let me cut my... Oh yeah, there we go. Had to cut it up. All right, this is where I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Pause you. All right, man, a little tired, a little out of breath. I've been pumping this primer down here to prime the engine for fuel after I finished everything. So I got the new line on number 4. As you can see, it's going right there, and it comes out here. And then number 5 I put back in. I'll tell you something, when you try to put those seals on, it is designed for the injector to come out. It's not really designed for you to do it while it's in the truck. I was able to get this in, but you can't just get your fingers down in there to pop that ring on. So I had to use a pick to get it off. And once I got it off, getting it in, that is a finagle. So I wouldn't recommend doing it the way I did it, but I was able to do it with a pick and a Phillips screwdriver, and kind of like you know, pry it on. You know, you got to go through the injector hole with the, you know, the injector seal hole. You got to go through there with the screwdriver and push down on it, and then pull up at the same time with the other hand and pop it on there. Now I will say this, that ring can pop off, and if it pops off and go in there somewhere and you don't see where that rubber O-ring went, just know it's going to be in your engine. So be warned, if you're not good with your hands and you're not steady, you could have a headache. Now, I lost one of mine, the first one I put in. It was going good, and I was actually playing with it, and it popped off. I think it popped out here somewhere, but it could be in here. I didn't see it. I took my light and I looked, but remember, it's black. It's already oil in here. So I don't know. It could be in here, maybe not. I'm not worried about it because of the simple fact that it's such a thin piece of rubber. It probably will just burn up in this joint if it is in here, or get smashed up inside of these valves or whatever. I'm not that concerned about that ring. But nonetheless, that can happen to you. So the second one, got it on, no problem. I didn't take the one off of here and put on the number 5 one because I got one left, but it's getting dark on me. And just in case I lost that one or I had an issue, it's Sunday, I can't get another one. So I have to cut my losses, and I'm okay with it because if you guys remember early in the video, when I pulled number 5 line off, it was fuel in there, which let me know that it was indeed sealing. So I'm just hoping that it will continue to seal, and we won't have any issues. I mean, I don't know if I come in tomorrow morning and it don't want to start, then I know I need to go on ahead and change that one. And it's not that bad for me to break this back down to get to that. So I'm okay with that. But that's me. I done did this a number of times already, so I know what I'm doing here. The other thing I wanted to bring you guys back up to speed is, remember I tell you I was having that misfire in my number 4 injector, and I was going to replace the injector, and all it was the bolts that go on top of the injector. So you see these little bolts? Each injector has 4. This one's covered with oil, and then you got one back there, one right there, and mine was loose. So when I went to take the injector out and I went to pull the harness off to untighten it, they were loose. I thought maybe my bit was too big, but they were just simply loose. So I was able to just tighten my injector connectors down, because this is a harness. You can see the wiring. That's to your engine brake, and you know the harness runs through here. So yeah, I guess from the vibration it just loosened, and from the first time I was in here I had loosened all this, and I probably just forgot to tighten it all the way back, but it took a year for that thing to come loose. So luckily I caught it. Had I took it to the shop, I'm sure they would have just changed the injector, told me I need an injector, and there you go. A couple $1,000s, because I would have did them all in that bank. So more than a couple thousand actually. Shit, it's just a couple thousand just for the 3 injectors. Moving right along. Another reason, you know, you just want to check this stuff when you're in here. And this is, let's talk about something different here, a little side piece. So here's your valves, and this is where they do your valve adjustments. So this is number 1 valve, and your 2 adjustments here. And then you got here's your exhaust adjustment for, because you also have to adjust the engine brake. So that's, each one has its engine brake. So what they do is they turn these, you turn these knobs to adjust it. You put a little socket in there and you turn them, and you use a feeler gauge to get the right clearance. But these are connected directly to your valves. Sometimes these guys get stuck or stick if there's a valve problem, and sometimes you actually have to go down in there. If you got to do that, that's usually a sign of something a little bit more serious. But these are how your valves are adjusted with these screws and nuts here on both sides. Exhaust brake and intake side, if you want to call it that. And then they're marked. So you see this one says front, letting you know that this is the front side of the head when you're assembling and things like that. But you know, just want to throw that little bit of information. Here's your wire harness to your injectors, and they plug in here, both side, front bank, rear bank. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get to putting this stuff back, because I'm losing light, even though I got my flashlight. But I want to go ahead and finish this up so I can try and get the truck started.